Hello everybody, it is Monday night, means more Final Fantasy XI. And more of my itchy nose and scratchy throat, all that jazz. Hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you're ready for another week. Second week of 2026, and whew, it has been weird and busy and not busy all at the same time. It's odd. Anyway, I'm Jeff Freelance. We are back in Final Fantasy XI, and it is time for our Monday night stream. So, I'm trying to remember what we did last time. So, I believe what we did is we ran to... Oh, yes. We ran into Balamor again, the nocturnal... Oxel, I think? I can't... what they particularly called. But we basically went around and fought two of the other lieutenants of Hades. And found out some more about what needs to be done, and just kind of all the pandemonium that's going on with Aldolin. So, I believe what we did is, yes, we went off and did that, and then we now have to go after... We now have to go back, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get told off by Arcelia, because we just keep not putting her in danger, which is like... By the way, I'm going to point at Morimar and say, his idea. Like, no. It was his idea, his fault. I just went along with it because I worry about your character. So, oh, yeah, it's going to be even faster if I go by this way. So, we're going to go ahead and head back to the Alpine Path in Kamar Drifts. Oh, we can just go right back to Lefalia, actually. Not the Alpine Path, we're going back to Lefalia, so. Whew. Here we are. Uh-oh. He's exuding darkness. That's not good. Hey there, Arcelia. Morimar. Arculin. And Jeth, tell me, just where were you off to? I gather as many henbloom leaves as I could find. When I came back, no one was here. And you showed no signs of coming back. You tricked me and went into the battle of the Zol Triumvirate, didn't you? How could you? It wasn't all that, Princess. We just didn't want to see you get hurt. Yeah, we had no other choice. Isn't that right, Cheth? I was going to say blame Morimar, but I won't let you off so easily. You have to promise never to leave me behind again. I promise. I'm going to hold you to that. If you try again, I'll follow right on your tail anyway. Ah, my dear princess and friends, has your fit finally reached a crescendo? Not that it makes a whit of difference. I've got to commend your aptitude at bringing the curtain down on those two. Balamor? I was going to say, how in the world did they get here? I might even bring you in for callbacks. Jedith, was it? Am I right? I do hate mismatching pioneers' faces. We all look so much alike. What's this you have? Oh, a key to the depths of the Taurus, I see. Splendidly done! Hades is only a soliloquy away. No one's looking forward to your dance more than me. Rest assured, I'll be in the rafters until the final scene. Bring down the house. Show your audience that you're no two-bit player in this most epic of sagas. Yes, a saga that I have orchestrated for you. So that's the Bellamore you've been on about. Surely a hard nut to crack. And what could he have meant by an audience? Seems unlikely to intervene, but do not let your guard down for a second. If you're willing to believe him, this thing will lead us deep within the Taurus. Suppose I shouldn't have expected Hades to be bursting forth from the front gate. You know what we gotta do, Jedith? And Princess, I'm really sorry. I thought I was keeping you safe, but I didn't realize what it meant to you. Forgive me. Erglin, Jedith, and I won't keep you away any longer. That's what you really want. Together we stand, together we fall. You're right. I can and I must. We can do it as long as we're together. To the Taurus. Stop Hades. Okay. So, apparently this is kind of a long mission. So apparently you can, there's faster ways to do this. So 7 routes. Oh gosh. You'll have to reach the bottom of Rascanar Taurus and examine the ominous postern for a long cutscene to complete the mission. Okay. There are many routes you choose. If you're paying attention to the story, each narwhal is guarding an entrance to the Serpentine Labyrinth. Here they are from longest to shortest, so go in that one, go in that one, go in. Now, I don't know if I have gotten the one down there. I think I have. Nope. Okay. The last route. If you do not have either of the above narwhal crests for their respective zone, then you'll have to do the long route, traversing all of outer Rakaznar and Rakaznar Inner Court. Yes. Okay. So that's what we'll be doing, is the long route. Unfortunately. Okay, so the best way to go about this, I think, okay, starting point is either through covered rifts or more conveniently, the enigmatic war. Now try to remember, if we go outside, this leads us to the far left side, but it's not, it actually wouldn't be too far from how we get to Rakaznar normally. Right? If you show up here, Wait for the map to load. There we go. Nope, it's actually across the map. It actually is not beneficial to us. We actually have to go to 4 and run our way around. Not particularly great. Oh well. You can at least mount up in this area, so it's not nearly as bad. Let's go ahead and run our way around to the closest bivouac, which is number 2. Yeah. I think I took a look at the missions. I think we're actually really close to beating this expansion. It feels like we're getting closer because we beat the Triumvirate, and now we're potentially just going right to Hades. So then I need to make sure I go this way. Okay. Dismount. A lot of people here. That's right, because you actually get to use content. Keep forgetting that. Anyway, let's continue on. By the way, I ended up finishing up getting all the seals I needed for the samurai armor, the Empyrean armor from last week. So that is done. As far as it needs to go, for the time being. And I'm working my way. I think I need another 11. How many more of the gems do I need? I think I need 11. Yes, I need 11 more, and then we'll have Masamune. So, within this week, I should be able to set that all up, which would be kind of fun. So we will say goodbye to the relic armor, and we'll wear the Empyrean armor from here on out, which will be fun. I, of course, can't use Masamune directly. It will be a glamour piece for the time being. But yes, we will get out of the gold and black and get into red and blue. Yeah, this place gives me the creeps. It just does. It's creepy out here. Okay, now, so we have to progress through here. The guide is showing their own map thing. Which is annoying, but I don't think it can be helped. So as far as I know, we have not gotten into the inner court at all. We've only been in the outer Rakosner area. So I want to go ahead and just look through the map right now, because I think we take... Oh, okay, so we can just take the black line to get to the inner court. Okay, that'll be a lot easier than trying to compare maps and stuff like that. So, we're gonna go ahead and get our trust out, because I'd rather not, because there's some nasty stuff in here, so. Grid. Now let's have Theodore join us today. Okay, let's make the trek. So if we do beat the expansion tonight, we can go right into the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, which would be kind of the last, well, this last big major story content. There is the Voracious Resurgence, which I don't know when you actually should do that. I assume you do that afterwards because that was unexpected. I don't know what I don't know what the Voracious Resurgence entails, all things considered. But we will most likely go through it as well. And then it's a matter of going and leveling jobs and going through and doing those story things and going to get our summons and all that fun stuff. I'm going to kind of play it by ear, but it might become a chance of us actually changing Final Fantasy to be a specific day rather than the 3 days we've been doing after we get done with Rhapsodies. I'll need to look into the Voracious Resurgence. Now, there's other content that I haven't finished doing yet. There is an epilogue to Autogon that I have not gotten to because you have to have a lot more done, from what I understand. Okay. On we go. Over the weekend, I was able to get into Elite Dangerous, got controls kind of set up. For the most part, there's going to be probably some little quibbles that I'll have to deal with, but actually got in and actually played a little bit of my current account, where I left off. when I first started the game, I started off going into combat. I've gotten up to a, what was it? Was it Cobra? A Cobra Mark III, I think. But at that time I was doing like just strictly combat. I wasn't doing like anything else. I could have, well, I might have done a couple other things. I might have done just a touch of mining and some trade exploration, a little bit of trade exploration, just out of happenstance. When we will go in and play it eventually, I will be doing xenobiology to kind of get us started. Xenobiology and exploration. Because apparently that's just the thing to do. Right, we go this direction? Right. Okay. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know how long we're going to be doing that. Probably to get us started off, that would be one of those things where I would like to keep playing. I would like to play everything on stream, as it's going to be kind of a journey of things that we do, these random happenstances that occur to us. Because of how sandboxy it is, I honestly don't know how I'm going to play it, because a lot of times when I stream, in games like this where I'm able to do other stuff other than the story, I often will go do other things, and try and leave the story for the streams, so it's all recorded, everything's done, and you guys get to see all of it. That has not always been the case. There's been stuff that has popped up that has kind of not been under my control. It's happened by accident. But in a game where it's extremely grindy in terms of like what we do, or like there's a lot of stuff to do in Elite Dangerous, and streaming it and only playing it when I stream does not seem particularly advisable, because there's a lot of stuff that you have to do that can be very repetitive. I don't know if you guys necessarily want to see me sitting around for ages and ages, shooting combat ships in hazard zones, or space mining or something like that. The exploration could be kind of cool, because that'll be more off the cuff, random things that can happen, and seeing random locations that maybe no one else has seen. So kind of marking my journey with the streams would be kind of what I would be doing for that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to do. It's a new kind of mind tax, because taxing on the mind for me, because it takes a different kind of concentration than I'm used to. Playing with the flight stick and everything, getting used to the controls of that, making sure that I'm not gripping the control stick too tight, because it actually cramps my hand after a while, just straight up muscle cramps. But like I said, we're going to get into it at some point in the game. It's going to be this year at some point. I just don't know when. It might turn into a thing where Final Fantasy, I only will stream it when I'm doing like proper progress on something. Ugh, where am I going? I have myself backwards. After we've gotten through all the story and stuff like that, and we're only working on like, and we do like all the artifacts, go through like all the artifact quests and stuff like that, and we kind of run out of like story related things to do, I might stop streaming Final Fantasy. I don't know. It's really a question, because I know there's some people who enjoy the streams. There's other content that isn't doesn't really have a story to it, so to speak, but there's lots of progress to do and work on. If I had a bigger audience, I would put out a poll and say, do you guys want me to keep playing Final Fantasy XI or not? I don't want to turn it into what I was doing with Final Fantasy XIV, where I only, when I start playing it again, when there's new story, because there is a new story for 11. It's proverbially in semi-maintenance mode right now. They still do little updates and stuff to it, but there's not going to be any new proper story content, no new expansions, no new jobs, nothing like that. The game, for the most part, is at its conclusion, and they're just adding little things to keep people interested with the shoestring budget that they have. And it's fun to play the levels and stuff like that. I mean, I could stream trying to get Blue Mage spells, but that's me sitting there just getting bopped by monsters for 3 hours, you know? So I really don't know what I'm going to do at the end of this. Because at some point I have to say, okay, we're done with Final Fantasy XI. Stream-wise, we're going to keep playing it off-stream. And if we do, like, new content or something that we haven't gotten around to do before, we might come back to it, but it won't be, like, something we do for, like, a full stream. If I had a lot more people in the chat and stuff like that, you know, like constant watchers and stuff like that, number one, you guys would have a lot more say in what I actually do for streams. But my guess is that once we get done with kind of everything that Final Fantasy XI really has to offer in terms of the story content and things like that, I will probably just add a different game into its place and we'll just play a new game. Ow, I got bound for 20-something seconds. How dare. Anyway. Yeah. We would jump into another well-known game or something. I know there are games I'd like to stream, but I don't think it's going to be time to do streaming of these games unless I see that there's like an actual native interest on Twitch or something like that, to kind of get going for it. There's some amazing looking games that are going to come out this year. The first one that comes to mind is the new James Bond film. Not the new James Bond game, which I don't know if it's actually coming out this year. I think it is. I want to say it is. From everything I've seen, it looks fantastic. They made a good-looking Bond. You know, that's kind of a new character and things like that, and actually got me going like, okay, this is actually really cool. I actually want to play this game, and playing it on stream would be amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure what we would do because when March rolls around, we're going to be working on Star Wars things. So I want to make sure that we don't get ourselves stuck in the middle of a big game that's going to take up a long time. Because when March hits, Star Wars. So it's something that's going to have to last us, you know, for a couple months, but not much more than that. we go. Didn't auto target there. Ow! Oh, Vengeful Shunned. How dare you? Oh, there's two of them. No wonder. Okay. Hello, Ephraim. Please come on in. We're heading down to Hades. Heck, this is your first time chatting in my stream, so welcome, welcome. Oh, do you know what? I didn't update my chat stuff, did I? There we go. Updated the stream. I knew I'd forgotten something. Oh well. At least it's the right game. That's right. We got down here and we were dealing with more shuns. And that was someone getting triggered. No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Are you doing the story? Are you doing in a Treasures of Undergone story, or are you just off to do content in general? Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. Mm-hmm. Whoa, Ingrid popped out Hexa Strike. I didn't know she did that. Sweet. Yeah, I'll be continuing on Rhapsodies of Vana'diel after we finish Seekers of Adolin. I think we're close to finishing, actually. I can only guess. So how was your weekend? How are you in general? Just doing good? In your 6th trust? Nah. Now, wait a second. You can't get a 6th trust. You mean your 5th trust? Because you can only get 5, I think. It would be your 6th party member. Weekend from work. Yep, okay. That's what you meant. All right. There was that half second. There was that, yeah, that was that 1 second was like, wait, you can have 7 No, you can't have 7 party members. What? I was like, no, that's not right. Well, 7 is a lucky number. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just go right past these fellas. I do like the look of the kind of the upgraded sprites in the Adeline areas. Because you spent a large portion of this game seeing elementals all over the place, but they were always the same. There wasn't any variety or difference between them other than the elementals, the elements themselves. And then you go into Adeline, and they have all kinds. They have new versions. It's kind of like, oh, that's kind of fun to see. And I don't think I've seen all of them still. Oh yeah, the Flutterinis. These things. How far did we get in Rap? So I think Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, I think we've gotten as far. We went into the past. So we talked to Kate Sith. We saw the bad guy suck up Atamos. That's as far as it got, I think. Yeah, I think so. So I wanted to stop there because we needed to, one, finish up Wings of the Goddess, and then two, I didn't want to touch anything else to spoil anything because I hadn't seen anything of Adeline, Seekers of Adeline, so. Okay, we want to go down here. Go ahead and descend. Oh, and I forgot that we had to finish up all the nation stuff too. So we actually do have a bit more that we need to do. If we have to wait a day or something for Rhapsody or something like that, we can go do nation missions and stuff. I forgot that we had those. When you were a wee lad, but I played 07 to 09 originally. So 75 era. Where I think what was the hardest stuff that you could do at that point? Yeah, because Wings of the Goddess had been partly released, I think. It was the latest thing. Oh yeah, that's the hardest. It took me forever to try and convince my parents to let me try and actually pay for it. I was 16, 17 or something like that at the time. I played it briefly in 2016 for like 5 months, I think. And then come back to it, so when you originally played, do you remember what expansion was? It probably was just Rise of the Zalar then. Maybe Chains of Primathia. I will say the stories are good. Now that we're actually able to go through all the stories, I've gone through all the expansion stories. They're all great. Ah, bound again! How dare you, you little munchkins! Yeah, but Wings of the Goddess, the story was good. It's rough to start, I think, but you will get sucked in. Probably mission 12, I think, is when I got sucked in, along with one of the best characters, Mayakov. Mayakov is amazing. I love him. He's like one of my favorite characters of like the whole game so far. Yeah, Adventures of Aragon was also pretty good. You know what? Fair. I think that's perfectly legit, honestly. I do remember when Abyssia released and got into it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole nother... Because it was a very... Because I had never gotten to the point where I'd actually been able to do, like, Sky and Sea, and I actually had no interest at the time. So doing Abyssia and doing, like, the ranked... The tiered Notorious Monster setup and the pops and all that stuff, I had never done anything like it, so... Oh, I don't think I can do this area yet. I have to wait till I can actually do the Reeve. So yeah, getting to that and then having the procs, which was brand new. Doing the red procs and the blue procs and the yellow procs. I do remember leveling though. I remember leveling in it. I remember there were people who were actually paying groups to AFK farm search for them. So you basically were paying a group to go in, farm a bunch of monsters, and they would sit there AFK and get a bunch of experience. Because you could go in at level 30. So people would go in at level 30 as a job they didn't want to play, but wanted leveled up. And you could go in and people just do it. I think I'm stuck because I went up. Here we go. Now we can go. I think, if I remember correctly, I went as far as actually going all the way through the Abyss's storyline to actually fighting the big boss at the end. I can't remember his name. I think it's a big dragon or something. Partially not want to spoil it for my stream, my viewers, but yeah, I think that's as far as I went with that. I didn't play more after that. I remember that you could get a suit and chest piece from that boss that gave you auto refresh and regen, I think. I'm sitting here pulverizing these gems and you're getting in my way. How dare you? And I would have stopped playing before Seekers was even a thing, which came out in 13, so. And unfortunately, this is kind of the end of Adeline. So, at some point, if you want to jump off, so then you're not getting spoiled for the story or anything like that, by all means, do so. I'm not mad at that at all. But okay, I had to get Seekers as well. I actually I waited until they had it was a sale or something for like a Adventurer's Return thing. So the thing was really done. Oh, you'll forget it. Oh, that's fine. I'm like that too. It was like, I saw this ending to a game like 8 years ago. I vaguely remember it, but I was like, I'm playing it now. It's fine. No, I'm the same kind of way. No, so I was playing 14 on and off. I started in 2013, I think. 2.125, I think. I think it was about that point. I think Leviathan Extreme had just been released. That sounds about right. Played that. I played that game on and off until earlier this year when I just felt kind of burned out, didn't want to do it anymore, and thought I just needed to do a change. So I took a break from playing 14 for a little while, and then it would have been last September, I think, when I actually jumped into 11, made a fresh character of this one, and have been playing it ever since. Yeah, the boat rides are forever. Mana Clipper's worse. Mana Clipper is far worse. If you've ever seen the Mana Clipper, it is horrible. It's even worse if it's not even the right direction you're going, because it has 3 routes. But you're playing as Thief. Nice, nice. I've never been one to get into Thief a whole lot, but I will be doing it later. I believe I've gotten Thief up to 60. Let me go. Let's see. Yeah, Thief's to 60. Yeah, but I'm looking at what to work on Paladin next, and Sam. Good choice, good choice. I've always been a fan of Samurai. I thought Samurai have always been cool. Samurai has always been the first job I leveled up in this game. Dragoon, I think, was the first one that when I first played this one, and then I found Samurai, and I thought Samurai was fun. I've also enjoyed playing as Monk and Blue Mage and Paladin, stuff like that. From what I understand, leveling Paladin to do like proper endgame content now is actually really hard, because Paladin Oh, Sam Dragoon, yeah. Well, and just to let you know, Sub Dragoon is actually really popular because you have things that deal with enmity. A couple of jumps. One lowers enmity and one resets it, I think. So having Sub Dragoon is actually really good. Yeah, from what I understand, Paladin right now, it's not as much a... It can still tank, but considering how certain jobs at high levels and stuff like that, Paladin can be as much a tank as it can be like a semi-healer as well as just another DPS buffer. Just from what I was hearing, I was like, I asked my Link Shell a while back. I said, when I get stuff up to level 99, what jobs are fun to kind of try and fully gear? And I was looking through them, as like, I think I actually looked at the guide as well, because there's several guides on BG Wiki that said, these are the jobs that if you take them to 99, there is kind of like a difficulty of gearing them. Red mages, a lot of the mages are ridiculous because you need like 4 or 5 different armor sets purely to get them going because they have to do different things. Samurai and monk and ninja are all kind of their own separate stuff, more or less. Because you don't need as much gear, but it's also something that's a little bit more... It's a little close to... They kind of use their own unique build stuff, so if you play as samurai, there's not a whole lot of gear that shares with other stuff, so... Take that for what you will. At some point, I want to have all the jobs to 99. I don't know if I'll get around to mastering them all, but that would be fun. I'll be at least level 99 being wearing Ambuscade +2 stuff, so... Okay, we have now finally gotten into the Rakazna Inner Court. Oh, my goodness. Okay, there is no map for this area. So I don't know what to do from here. I would assume it is purely a one-way trip. It is a one-path deal. Oh my gosh, this place is crazy cool, though. All the geometric pyramids and stuff. Holy cow. What does this remind me of? I'm trying to remember if this reminds me of something. I'm thinking a little bit Destiny. Like Destiny 2. There's a couple of places that kind of remind me of this. Final Fantasy 16. One of the late zones. Looked a bit one of the kind of the late zone instances kind of remind me of this. There's been some places in 14. Yeah, playing through 11, you'll actually find some stuff that I'm pretty sure eventually inspired characters for 14. There's a character you meet in Secret of Adeline, a dragon specifically. Raban was in Treasures of Aragon. Different character, not likable. Who else? There's a couple zones. There's some enemy. A lot of enemy types are from 11, and are pushed into 14. Well, some of them they've retired. We haven't seen anything like. Well, no, I'm incorrect. We have seen stuff like the wolves. They just look a little bit more refined in 14. You see the hounds all the time. Oh, I'm by myself. This is a new area. Shoot! I think I'm dead, actually. Oh, that stinks. Oh, that stinks so bad. Oh, dear. I forgot. I forgot. Oh, no. I have to do that whole run again. Ah! Because I didn't get to a home point. Hooey! Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, well. Okay, rather than wait all that stuff, let's go ahead and do enigmatic. Browse up to 150 kinetics. Oh! Do you know what I just noticed? We haven't got Ionis on. For sakes. That also would help. Oh, nothing happens? What? Oh, I can't warp back. Oh, that's so stupid. That annoys me. What other games do you play, Efren, if you don't mind me asking? The other game that I'm streaming is Vermintide 2. I got into it last week. I've enjoyed it so far. I've only streamed one session of it. But we will do that Tuesday and Thursday. I want to get into Elite Dangerous. I've been talking about it on the stream. It's just a big game to get into, and I don't know when I'm going to stream it, what like the format would be. But and there's a whole series that I want to get into, but I just don't know when I'm going to do it. Let's see. I'm going to Pioneers. Oh. Oh, yeah, backlog. Oh, and it gets worse and worse now, doesn't it? The backlog. Oh, the ever infamous backlog. Yeah. I took a look at the year 2025. So I have a record of where it is. Let me read this off for you because I'd love to do it. So, let's see here. Where was it? I think it was history? Yes, I think it was my history. Okay, so here is the record. 2025 in review. Completed 10 games, beat 14 games, started 33 games, added 77. Ah! Absolutely bonkers. Now, to be fair, a large majority of the games that I've beaten or played, it's because of stream. That's all. I will admit that RPGs, like strictly straight up RPGs, I don't touch a lot of those. There's lots of games out there that have RPG elements to them, but are not strictly RPG games themselves. The only ones that I have played that would be very much like that, Final Fantasy 14, 11, I think that's it. That's it for the foreseeable future, for the last time. Yeah, I'm seeing some good ones. Oh, do Expedition 33. That needs to be your next. That is by far. I haven't even played it. I'm going to sing its praises. The game is amazing. And honestly, it will kind of it did a little reinvention of the wheel, so to speak, in RPGs. You will never have a dull moment in that game. Legitimately, the turn-based battles are extremely active, and just it's just a well done game from everything I've seen and read. From what I heard from the Tactics remake, yes, that's very good. From what I understand, they've done very good with the voice acting and other stuff with it. So, by all means, great to go out and get. Expedition 33 was that the 4 hours that you played? No, I gotcha. I think because it's a very different feel than what you might think, because it is a very French studio, and it is kind of out there in terms of like what it's showing, how it's played, and stuff like that. And it might be a case of where it just isn't quite, it doesn't vibe with you necessarily. There's some great games out there that I don't vibe with, and I'm fully aware of that. Oh, that's what came out. Oh. Nah, that's okay. Honestly, it can be really hard to pay attention of like who makes what games these days, because anybody can slap their name and call themselves a game studio. You know, it's unless they're like really well known, but then you know the name, you know the studio by the name, not by the people inside it necessarily. A lot of the time when I see like, oh, a new studio got made up by this and this, it's like, okay, so what games do they work on? It's like, oh, now I get it. Okay. So, I believe the people who did Expedition 33, they are a bunch of, I think they're a bunch of ex-Ubisoft people that got together and made a studio. Because they're all French. And Ubisoft is a French. Some of the main Ubisoft is French. It's based in somewhere in France, I think. I'm excited about some of the games that we're going to get this year. I was talking earlier about the new James Bond game that's coming out. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Though we'd all recognize Yoshi P. No, it's... And voice actors especially, unless they're extremely well known, and you know, you've actually seen who they look like, you wouldn't know otherwise. You know, some of the most prolific ones, Tara Strong, Nolan North, yeah. Yeah, Yoshi P gets around. Honestly, he does. He does so much. Though I do kind of wonder, what kind of projects he wants to get into next, because he has been producer for 14. I think he was. I can't remember if he was producer or director for 16. It was Creative Studio 3, which is his unit, that did 16 as well, and that's why the music was also done by the same guy for both games. Soken, yeah, Soken, I think is the name I'm thinking of. No, Yoshi P tries to get out to all of the places for Final Fantasy 14, typically, and Square Enix, because he's kind of become the poster boy for them a little bit. Here, I'm gonna get a little chapstick with my lips because it's chapping a bit here. Okay. Over here. Go this way. Go this way. Not drag half the room with me. Oh, I didn't grab the leech. Odd. I won't say that's a bad thing necessarily. Okay, now. I keep forgetting that when I go into a new area, my trusts vanish out from behind me, especially in areas like this where you can get killed a lot more easily. I'm so glad they added the trusts to the game, though. My gosh. I think that was the biggest thing that turned me off of this game back when I was playing it, is that it's like, unless you actually could round up other people to do stuff with you, you just couldn't get anything done, really. Certainly back in the 75 era. And I don't know why, there were some people who I heard actually were able to get a lot of help and stuff like that. But I mean, I got help. I got into a couple link shells that actually would help me. But a lot of time people would say like, oh, I just did that last Saturday. Let me take a month of like break from the stress from doing it, which I fully understood. But there was a lot of stuff that I just never got around to doing. I never played against Ultima and Omega in Chains of Promathia. I never finished Rise of the Zalart. I never got into the story kind of really past that. Maybe the beginning parts, but I only ever did enough to get to the jobs and nothing else. Please the goddess I never touched. Except for unlocking things. I mean, it was really hard because there was stuff that you could solo, but you had to follow very specific guides like, oh, this is how you do this. You know, this is the items you need to get. Not to mention that getting money was abysmal, you know. Unless you tried sinking every single piece of gil that you ever got into crafting, and you got lucky, and you followed the market and stuff like that, it was so hard to get money in general. Now it's easy. The Spark system has made it so easy to get money to a point where I think everything has jumped up by 3 decimal points because of how easy it is to get. And I understand this is because this was kind of like, I want to say that this was made in an era when online games were meant to be harder. There wasn't a whole lot of this idea of making it for Western audiences, if that makes sense. A lot of online games, especially if you look at like anything from like South Korea or China, online related, there is a bit of a gaming culture difference. They have lots of grinding games. So if you played something like Black Desert Online or what are some other games? Lost Ark didn't nearly have that, but it kind of had that feel. To it. Black Desert Online specifically came to mind. It's this very specific. You're going to be grinding away at the game for a long time for what's the phrase for like the results are going to be less and less each time for incremental progression, more or less. trusting to just walk through solid walls. A Pururu just walked through. Like, there they are, just in the peephole. Way over there. Got a meteorite. Huh. Interesting. One thing that I found, I'm going off on a different topic, I do this. When thinking about games that I eventually want to play that seem popular on Twitch, the Fallout games seem to be fairly popular for people to watch. I looked up nearly every single Fallout game that I have, bar one, I think. They all have active viewers and very active player streams and stuff like that. I honestly don't understand it. I never really got big into Bethesda games. Skyrim's the only one I really delved into. And even that one's kind of eh. And I understand that the Elder Scrolls property is popular. I understand that. I understand that the Fallout series is popular. And it's gotten just even more so with the new TV show. But I don't know why I haven't caught the Fallout bug, so to speak. I guess it just doesn't appeal to me as a person. I don't know why. Post-apocalyptic is just kind of overdone these days. I mean, when those games were made, that was back 30, 40 years ago when those first got started. And I'll play through the games once, but it's not like a thing where I'm going to go like, okay, here's my 12th playthrough of Fallout. If it ever gets there, it's because I've either went brain dead or I have gotten burned out on the game or lost interest partway through 11 times before. It's very much going to be I played once and I'm kind of done because I probably never will. Yeah. Well, and I think it's as much as a thing that I hate Bethesda as anything else. I know that the first couple Fallout games were not done by Bethesda. They were done by Obsidian, who should be praised for their RPG work. And for their game acumen just in general. Something about the Fallout games, because it's like 1950s? It's 1950s, culture, basically. It's 50s and 60s culture when the bombs go off, so everything has that look to it. And I've never really been a fan of that look. I can appreciate it, certainly. But actually like liking that look and the culture and setup of it, I'm not really a big fan. Though there's been other post-apocalyptic games that I've seen that I was like, that's interesting. Death Stranding, I thought is an interesting property. I will eventually play the first one, because I have it. What other post-apocalyptic games have I played? I've played, not on stream, but in the past, I played, what was it? It was Odyssey something. Mr. No113, welcome to the chat. Odyssey to the West. That's what it was. That's right. Odyssey to the West had kind of a had an interesting look to it. It was a retelling of Journey to the West, which is the Monkey King from Chinese mythology, I think. It has Andy Serkis voicing the main character before his big. I think it was just before his big blow up with Lord of the Rings, or sometime around there. Interesting game. It was worth playing the one time, I think, because it was an older style. It was an Xbox 360 era kind of game, so it would have been kind of rough. It was kind of roughly designed. Do I have to wait? I have to wait. Because I walked past the lair. The lair reeve. I got knocked out for 5 minutes, and I still have my 5 minutes not queued up. I'm trying to think what other post-apocalyptic games and stuff. I mean, certain movies are interesting. I need to watch a lot more movies. In general, though, post-apocalyptic movies and books and stories and stuff, I feel like post-apocalyptic has become kind of the easy plot token. Honestly. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a cop-out because a lot of post-apocalyptic stuff is all the same. It always generates from, like, there's too much pollution in the air, World War III went off and everyone nuked. Some kind of new disease spawned, and now we have zombies, or it's a deadly virus, or, you know, it's some kind of pandemic or something. It feels a little, oh, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Shoehorned, maybe. Shoehorned is probably what I'm thinking of. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some interesting design choices that people have done. Honestly, The Walking Dead, it was huge, even if I've not been a big fan of it. Not a big fan of zombie stuff in general. If you take a look at something like Horizon Zero Dawn, beautifully done. That's a game I'm interested in because it took something that could potentially happen, that could theoretically happen, and went so far with it that it changed the perspective of everything and made a very interesting premise and stuff. And just kind of to put it out there, to let people know, the stuff that I typically get interested in is certain sci-fi, and more lenient into fantasy. Not typically like standard fantasy, like D&D and stuff like that. Final Fantasy is one that I would get into. Star Wars I'm really big into, which I have finally conceived as more sci-fi fantasy than anything else. I haven't played Mass Effect yet. Shame, I know. But from what I understand, the theoretical physics and stuff and scientific notation on it is interesting. If as far as I'm concerned, anything that is like sci-fi that takes an interesting twist on something historical is always kind of interesting to see. It's like, oh, that's an interesting kind of spin on stuff. What was another one that was really interesting that I saw? If you look at something like the Armored Core series, that's always kind of interesting in itself, that, you know, we get to the point where, or, you know, like Metal Gear Solid, where later on in the series, there aren't anything in the equivalent of like national armies. It's all these mercenary forces, these mercenary nations that can be bought and used. Stuff like that always is always more intriguing to me. Though I will say I have had a inkling to read World War Z. I've been playing the game for a while now, and from what I understand, the books are really good. The movie that came out was eh. The one with Brad Pitt. Because I feel like, from what I understand, and this could be completely off the mark, World War Z books came out, and the zombies are slow. They're like walkers in The Walking Dead. But then you go to the movie, and you have them turn fast, and they go fast. They like pyramid up. They stack on top. They climb on top of each other to scale structures and stuff like that. And then the movie went, and then the video game went kind of more off of that, where the zombies are this fast, impending horde of humans, more or less. Which is certainly nice. You know, slow zombies are nasty if it's a closed space and you don't have a whole lot of offensive ability. That's when they get scary, because they're just unyielding and unstoppable, more or less. When it gets to the point of, but theoretically you can stay away from them a lot because they're slow. But if you get something that's fast, that's a different story. And then it becomes far more of a danger of, you don't let these things get anywhere near you, because if they do, they throw. And from what I've seen, zombie or zombie likes, they have pushed more towards that sort of, at least in gameplay, in video games, they have turned into more of that style. What was it? It was Days Gone, I think. That one where you're riding around on a motorcycle. They made the zombies fast. They made the hordes fast. World War Z, they made the zombies fast. The Z, as they're pronounced, because nobody wants to just say zombie. Anyway, I think I'm just kind of rambling at this moment. Welcome back from ads. I think we're just about to get into the inner court now. I think we just had to go past the shunned to get where we need to go. If we're not quite done, we're close. I tried getting into Dune. I eventually watched the Chalamet movies. Good. Very good. Very accurate to the book, as far as I was concerned. Couple little changes here and there, but otherwise very accurate as far as I could see. Very faithful. Oh, I moved into an area. Gotta get the dress back up. I tried getting... So, the first book essentially is the first movies. I don't know what the series does, because I think there's a TV series now for Dune. I don't know if that continues on or if it's its own spin-off thing, not related to the movies at all, or the books in any way. I know that the books go on for a long time and it gets very weird, but honestly, everything in Dune is weird, prospectively, from everything I know. Okay, back in this evil place. It feels like I just go down and down and down for a long time, and I'm warping all over the place. Look at the map. Oh, hang on a second. Is there a combat area for this. Combat region. Inner court. Okay, we have the bile-spitting Acuesses. We have the scowling Vodarigas. No idea what those are. And the unrepentant Bergens. Okay. Foxhound's gonna attack us. Probably gonna get a Draugr here in a second. Let's see if we can run past. Probably gonna get the other Foxhound. 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 Okay. Oh, I forgot to spend my merit points. Boo! That's okay. And I think we can go down here and it turns into... Is there a waypoint down here? What is here? Huh. Okay. So how do we get to the inner court? Oh, so we work... Oh, so these are teleport pads, essentially. There we go. So that'll take us to B now. Yes, I see. Now, the blue dots, what are those? Not marked anywhere on the... Oh, Lair Reeves. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, and it went to a... Oh, okay. Yikes, it's gonna be a trip. Okay. So we went down a layer, essentially. Poison 2 and sleep? How dare you! You two should have coordinated that better. Can't put me to sleep if someone's poisoned me already. I do like that they put these guys in chunks of the artifact armor. I think it's the chest pieces. I think they've just done what the Hydra Core was. Okay. Oh, okay, so here's where the guide can help me. I need to go to A will go to map 2, then D on map 2 will send you to D on 1. Okay, so we're gonna run all the way to D. That's a bit of a trip. Sheesh. Oh well. Oh, Spurned Hexers. They're red mages. So Hydra Core's wearing relic armor. These guys are wearing artifact armor. At least from what I can tell. Ah, these are ninjas. Now someone's hitting me. Gotta fight through your... through your stinking... shadows. Sorry if I'm just rubbing and touching my nose because it's itchy for some reason. I'm trying not to pick my nose on camera. This is like every time I get on stream. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's a fan or if it's I need to trim something. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. Bookworm's Cave. Fire Crest and Ice Crest cards. I don't know what those are. Bookworm's Cape. Oh. Something scholar related. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna go this way. I hope I don't find anything truly nasty this direction. I don't think I am going to. just seems tough. Night Stalkers, Dark Knights. Flute singer, bards, and a couple paladins too. What helmets are they wearing? Those are cool. Oh, they look a little bit like Yako, I think. You said that you're playing Thief, you want to play Paladin and Samurai. Any other jobs interest you? Blue looks fun. Blue can be extremely fun. One of my favorite mages to play, legitimately. It can be tricky and annoying to get the spells for it, but once you do, oh, an amazing job. The way it works is that with Blue Mage, once you get the spells, depending on what spells you pick and assign yourself, you get job traits. So often Blue Mage can also be used as a sub job to give you your job, your primary job traits you normally wouldn't normally have available to it. I think that's the case. I've rarely done Blue as a sub job, but I know that Rune Fencer sometimes will take Blue. I know certain... I can't give you a definitive list, but certain ones will take sub-blue if they need something to kind of fill out some auto traits or to use certain spells that their normal kit kind of lacks. No, whenever I've played Blue, it's always been fun. And I think this game is probably the best game to play Blue in because you get such a diverse selection of spells over the 99 spells that you get. And I think there's something, for some reason, it's just something that very appealing that you learn your magic from monsters rather than from the typical spells that you would normally get. The way you get them is not particularly fun, sitting there and getting pummeled until you perchance could learn the spell. But, Buru, I kind of would like some heals. Thank you. Val, get over here. Where's my tank? he's been kind of caught by the... Shoot. He's got caught pathing. Shoot. And I'm stunned for like 15 seconds here. Come on, Val. Come on. Don't get me killed because you can't follow a path. I might not be dead. I think I might be though. Because I'm still stunned. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah, darn it. You gotta be kidding me. I have to go back to the beginning again. You've got to be kidding me! Ah!
Disappointed!
That's actually not true. Yeah. Black Mage. Black Mage was the first kind of spell to do that. Is the first mage to do that. Black Mage does that. The reason why you don't see Black Mage as much, I think, is because Black Mage eats up a lot of MP. Black Mage is certainly subbed a lot. If you're looking for a job with nuke ability. Blue Mage, I think, is shown as more versatile because you can do a lot more with it because it's more battle focused, as in both melee and spells. Scholar is also very much into that range. It's also another caster like that. Red Mage, by itself, does not have AoE spells. White Mage has a little bit with with the divine magics. I'm pretty sure it has Diaga, which is AoE, and has Banishka, which is AoE. But no, Blue Mage is not the only job with AoE attacks and spells. Okay, I need to warp myself back over again. And go through all of that once more. Gosh. Nowhere, thanks. I need to go to a enigmatic device. That was so dumb that Val couldn't come over and get stuff off of me. I just realized that we've spent basically our entire stream just running through this area. And that upsets me. All right. Okay, Ingrid. Toto. Now we're gonna change it up. We're gonna get Kultada. Okay. Pete's sakes. I thought we would get farther this time, but no, apparently. And this reef is probably back up again. Nope, doesn't look like it. Thank goodness. In terms of jobs, there's some jobs that I have not really played in this game that I would like to try, but that I'm going to play and see what they're actually like. Bard is one. Puppet Master is another. Never got to play Geomancer or Rune Fencer, so those will be interesting, though I think I understand Rune Fencer a bit more than I do Geomancer. Speaking of Geomancer, that actually was a Corsair. Well, and then there's other jobs. Ranger, I really didn't touch. Really didn't touch Beastmaster. Didn't really touch Corsair. Any of the range jobs I didn't really touch, because back then it was, like I said, it was really hard to get money. So getting ammo was hard because you would first have to buy it, but then you'd have to keep buying it at regular intervals because you just run out of it. Consumable items for jobs was hard to justify. The only one that I ever was really able to, that I really had to sacrifice my money for was the Ninjutsu Shadows tools, the Shihai, because that was essential. That was quintessential to ninjas, and still is. But the fact that I can now actually go and buy like a full stack of ammo or something, it doesn't faze me now, which is nice. I like that that's the case. That's the case. Okay. This is going to be a long trip, and once I get into the inner court, maybe I need to take it. Maybe I just need to be a little bit more cautious about the pathing, because clearly half my party got screwed over with that section where I got killed. So, nope, don't go that way. Oh, come on over here, you two. Gain experience. Anybody and everybody who wants to level things up is going to panic now. Okay. Drop point. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Gotta get through this one. Means I just need to fight the Vengeful at the moment, because they're just gonna come and get me at some point. Okay. Whew. Warp over to the last Amaranth. Okay. I thought it was bad enough when I had to go get the FG ceiling in this area. Get the dragon scales. Nope. Okay, let's fight this Reeve. If I fight this Reeve, then I shouldn't have a problem with the next one. There we go. Oh, hey, Shadow Sara. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're actually on our way to Hades at this moment. This is my third time running down here because the first time I got into the inner court, didn't summon Trust, got attacked by 3 Draugrs and killed. Second time I got maybe a third of the way down through the inner court before I got attacked by more stuff with my Trust out, but I got stunned. Val lost pathing, so he didn't actually come and defend stuff. Yeah. So Val actually couldn't come over and get things off of me, so I ended up dying because I had like a 30-second stun on me or something. We killed one of the things, but then I couldn't attack anything because I was stunned, so I didn't get healed and died. And I was very annoyed. Yep, and here is the last let's go ahead and get these, Vengeful Shunned. Yeah.
Welcome to the land.
Oh, and thank you for the follow, Efren. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so I play this Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays, it's going to be Vermintide 2. If you can make it to the Vermintide 2, if you have any interest, there is a Twitch mode, meaning it's a light kind of crowd control built into the game. So at certain points, so there's basically a timer going as I play through the game. And you can actually type in a choice that can be made for me. Like, you can give me health potions, or you can send nasty mini bosses at me and stuff. I'm on Bahamut. It's been a long time, Shara. I think this is the third time you showed up in chat. The first time was I just kind of started. I think you showed up briefly because you were seeing, I think it was somebody else who was in the chat as well. I can't remember. It might have been Tallow Candle. It could have been Seth Rod. Or it could have been, Badao, I guess. Oh, nice, sweet. You got into Bahamut before they closed it. Maybe on a phone thing? Could have been. I know I had Telegram for a very short time. I don't know. I don't know what phone thing it could be. I mean, I have social medias and stuff, but I'm rarely on them. Maybe I have one of those faces. I don't know. Do I have one of those faces? Oh, it might have been. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that Twitch on mobile is a bit odd compared to PC. But I'm very used to PC stuff on purely on mobile. Always puts me off a little bit. If it's something that's on mobile, I feel like there should also be on. Yeah, I think so. So we are going down to the... Yeah, we're going down to the Ruscar Turris. So going down through the inner court and stuff. So I think we're getting close. Don't tell me... So I think that is the case. We are actually going to go fight Hades. As soon as we can get through this accursed place. Now, was that really necessary to throw that bag of ginger at my head? Come on, dude. It will be tougher. I actually got through Lady Lilith fight without too much problems, actually, I think. The other one would have been the epilogue fight when you fought the two demons. I was a little worried about that, but being samurai meant I had demon killer and stuff on, as well as warding circles, so it wasn't nearly as bad. I probably will just have to be a little more careful about this, but yeah, the fact that I'm, well, yeah, it's 75 content. Yeah, this is 99, which is very true. Yeah, I'll have to when I eventually get to the fight. Yeah, it's post 99 content, so I don't know. A lot of my gear is I'd say at least half my gear is Ambu +2, so it should be sufficient. I'm hoping it's sufficient. Okay, now, summon our guys again. Yeah. Yeah, because from what I was seeing, the Narcoals were all 115 gear. Yeah, you could get 109. I think you could get 109 gear to one. Yeah, you started at like 109 gear with Bailed. Don't you go up to like 117 with the enmity stuff? Yeah, I think that's right. And then 119 is kind of where everyone sits. And now 119 is relative because so much stuff is 119, but it all can be. It could be the beginning of 119 stuff, or it can be like the best slot you want. You know, best in slot. Okay. Okay. So I still have to do Rhapsodies of Manadil. I'm doing that after I finish up Seekers of Adolin. And then the Voracious Resurgence, the last little expansion that they put in. Oh, and I also haven't done the other one, so I haven't done get help on many of the fights. Oh, okay. Okay, I will certainly look for help. I have a link shell that is full of people that do like to help. Not taking any chances. I'm not going to be jumping with lots of people in this area. I'm going to take it slower this time. I do not want to have what happened happen again. Oh, piss off. You're all the way over there. It just isn't good enough on many fights. I figured. I've been working on upgrading my getting reforged armor, so. But I know that's all going to take some work. Let's see. I think I go into my house, look in my locker. I think is where I put the gear. Yeah, so I have some of the stuff. I have just the beginning of Reforged, or some of the artifacts recommended, as well as the relic recommended. I'm then going to be working on getting the Empyrean reforged, which shouldn't be too bad, but I need to get it up even higher up. So anyway, one way or another. Draft Dance, Flutterini. Passives. Okay. Whew. Yeah, at some point I need to keep upgrading weapons and stuff. I've had this one for a while. My Link Shell has been doing kind of a monthly raffle to help everybody out. My Link Shell leader, bless his heart, he has been wanting to try and get everybody at least a pulse weapon or something, which is all I need to finish up my Ambu +2 weapon. I can go up to Kaja stuff with relative ease, but going the rest of the way is because I haven't finished stuff. I can't go hunting for pulse weapons by my lonesome. At least I haven't tried. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that once, yeah, this is where I got screwed. No, it was further along that I got screwed. But anyway. One step at a time. Yep, not gonna rush this. Not this time around. Oh my gosh. I don't want to have to make this run again. I get all the way down to there. No, from what I understand, I need to do, oh, that's true. I could just sneak past stuff. Maybe I should just do that. Because the sneak or invis won't fade when I take the teleports. When I take the teleport pads. Sneak. All right. Oh, true. They would have blood aggro, wouldn't they? Let's do that instead. Into my nifty mog sack here. Right up the top part. Let's grab a couple. Okay. If I don't have to fight my way, that'll make it easier. By now, the Reeve is probably popped over here. Yeah, I gotta do it. Annoying. I just haven't done that yet. I just haven't done that today. I've been doing that, and then as I've been going through, as I've been going through the Adeline stuff, I've been taking the full stacks that I have of crystals and throwing them into the waypoints. So I have lots of kinetic. So I have kinetic units. Realize that these heliotrope barriers, the gems look like Nidhogg's eye from 14. You're taking pot shots. Where's the real Shadow Lord at? Ooh. Now, there's three instances of the Shadow Lord. There is the one in the Crystal Rain, the Crystal War Rain, and the Shadow Rain. Anyway, there's the one you fight for the story, who is Ralgrim, and then there is the Dynamis Lord in the Dimension of Dynamis. I would say that the real Shadow Lord would be the Dynamis one. Yeah. All right. Take the left path. Oh, and I'm not sneaked again. Hold on. No, don't touch the warp ring. No, 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 no. The Arch Dynamis Lord, yes. Also in Dynamis. Here, let's put our actual ring on. Yeah, I actually took a shot at doing him. When I was finishing up Dynamis Zarkabard. Yeah, he kicked my butt. Because I was not high enough level. Funnily enough, there was somebody who was a master blue mage, I think, that was that fought him before I did. Same instance. I was like, he seems overpowered for this content. And then I found out why. He went after the Arch Dynamis Lord and beat it. So I was like, well, I can do it. Yeah, he can one-shot people. So. That's one thing that I don't like, that I haven't liked about this game, is that it puts you on a bit of a power trip. It puts you on a bit of a power trip for a large portion of the story stuff, because it's meant for level 50, level 60, level 75. And then you start getting into stuff where it's like, oh, now stuff is actually difficult. And you feel a little undergeared, a little underleveled, a little inexperienced, and yeah, not particularly fun. Yeah, this is where I started getting screwed up. Okay, but we have sneaked on still. Let's go right through them. Walking along here, Val got stuck back there, and I was fighting against stuff here. Oh, I was annoyed. Yeah. Well, and from what I understand, once you get to, post Seekers of Adolin and stuff like that, you get to the point of, like, you're not... I thought I'd be safe. Oh well, at least Val's here to take them off my butt. At some point, the trusts are purely enhancements to you. They don't do anything else because you can outdamage them by miles. So they can't really keep... Oh, those are sight mobs. Ah! You could have said something. I'm just kidding. At least my group isn't strung out over all that. No, it's okay. It's all right. To the point where having a tank isn't necessarily important because you can just out-damage him to the point of you just make more enmity than he ever could. They will have update to upgrade trust, not sure when. Oh, okay, so the trust will actually be more on par? Because I thought I saw something about that. It was a trust that, like, raises trust stats or something? I thought there was a quest that you did, like, after Rhapsodies of Vana'diel that did something like that. Ba 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 ba. Chariots of Fire. All right. Okay, so we go to D to H. Oh, flippin' heck. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, boy. Well, just take it slow. Nope. Now taking it slow. Put in more trust upgrades. Okay, so they have one trust upgrade. They need to do another one. Okay. That's right. It's a you have a limit on the trust. You have to get 80 plus trusts. It doesn't look like I have to fight any kind of Reeves or anything like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into my Mog Sack. Oh, I'm out of items. Boo. Well, you know what? We'll just have to swap some spaces out. Was it something that they mentioned specifically in one of the... Oh, the Dullahan can see me because I'm yellow. My health is yellow. Ironclad Wrecker. Oh, man. Okay, it's on one of their posts. Okay. Ow. Yeah, I don't like this. Now I feel annoyed. Ow. Ow! Oh, is this a notorious monster? It just destroyed half my team. That just wrecked me. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Yikes. Okay, Ingrid, not a good option from here, I think. Okay. Now that the panic is over, because I really had hoped that wouldn't happen. Go ahead and get my other stuff and put it out. Okay, sounds up. Hope I can make through this area with what I have, because I don't have a whole lot. Okay, now we go for it. I'm not yellow anymore, so I shouldn't get attacked by any of the undead. Sheesh. Yeah, when the guide said that this was a nightmare, I didn't know how much hyperbole there was. There's not much hyperbole there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, I think I just need to kind of hug the right. Just hug the right, except for after this one. Not hug the right, hug the left. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. After this left, just stay to the left. Yep, I think so. Is there content that's inside the inner court here? Or is it just a big maze? So imagine that you probably fight stuff in here. All right. So this is something I've lamented on my streams in the past, is that there seems to be so many different names for content. I mean, there's easily a dozen different things to do, and after each expansion, there's at least another 3 activities you have to do. You know. Because I think, so, a couple of the things that happen, I think, so Delves are 1, and Odyssey is 1, and Sortie, I think? At least the 2 for Seekers of Adeline would have been Delve and Odyssey, I think. And here's the thing, because this game is so old, it's not exactly well cataloged, at least from what I can see on YouTube, of like what the activities are. Not to mention that some of the older versions no longer hold water, at least in description. Like, if I wanted to look up Limbus, Limbus has been revamped for 119 stuff to do +4 reforged upgrades. So I can't. So even if I did find a video of like explaining what Limbus was with Apollyon and Tenemus, it would be more or less inaccurate in terms of like what you have to do, because that's all older content as opposed to the new stuff that we got 3 months ago. So there's stuff that in the game that I still don't know what it is, and I don't know what you're supposed to do inside of it. Arnhar is 1. Walk of Echoes, I think, which is Wings of the Goddess, and then anything after that. Ambuscade I have done, so I do understand Ambuscade. I'm glad that I'm at least able to do some of that. But, half the time I have to look up things like, okay, what is Ballista? Oh, it's a PvP thing. I'm not touching it. Okay. Heck, I didn't know about the Chocobo races until November, I think, when they had it as a monthly event. Things like, I've never been in the Chocobo races. How does that work? Okay. The Invisible is off. H needs to go to I, and I will take me to J, and then I'm out of here. Ugh. Okay. We're not gonna fight anything yet still. Ah! Umbrals are psyched too. It's annoying. Ow! I want to do that when I didn't want to do my haste. Oh, you and your stupid bound and paralyzed and all that jazz. I hate you guys sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna range attack that one. K6, not the one that I'm at. Okay. I think it's their attack that does this. If I remember correctly, there's an attack that they're doing that gives me bind. That's really annoying. Also, curse. Yeah, give me a second here. Just wait for the stuff to wear off. Okay, now. There's a Ryu up there. Gonna have to fight it. Let's hold off on that stuff for the time being. Because the spurned are not nearly as bad. As long. You two? Oh, for Pete's sakes. I think you just killed me. I'm stunned for 20 seconds, and they can sit here and just take pot shots. Oh, I'm no longer bound. Good. Oh, for Pete's sakes. You guys are going to give me an ulcer. At least I can kill you guys in more or less one shot. I got a bunch of junk in here I need to get rid of. Let's get up here and deal with anybody who's following. One Vexer. The one Hexer. Okay. Alright, now. A couple guys poking around up here. The ninjas, by the look of it. Actually, no. Oh, these are runes. These are rune fencers. Night Stalker on the other side. Okay. Over here now. Okay. Now what's up here? What if we got fighting up here? Gargoyles. Okay. Oh. I have passed through. I have made it. More or less. Okay. Ooh. Malabra. Well now, you wouldn't think to find a mortal all the way down here. Did you lose your way, little boy? I jest, of course. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. I'm waiting for my friends to come. Soon the show will begin, but you're not ready yet, so leave me be. Okay. Oh my gosh. That was like 2 hours of torment right there. But we got through it. We got through it. That's what I care about. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's just going to take me back up. Silly thing. Okay. Okay, so don't go that way. Okay, so is there anything in here that I need to be careful of? Or is this a entrance to a... It must be an entrance to a battle. I hate that they say that there's no map. It's like, I can either go left or right. What the heck? Wrong direction, I guess. Ah! Or maybe not. Maybe it's a teleport thing. So I'm actually going down lower. Further down, further down, further down. Aha. Ominous postern. Yeah, this looks like this is about right. To think, our foe lies beyond this door. But Mormor and Darkulan aren't here yet. Wonder what's keeping them. Best to wait for them. You're right. That's for the... Darkulan, what's wrong? Did something happen? You must not go any closer. What is... Uh-oh. I can't control. It is too late. Death and Arcelia. How many moons has it been? I say that one of your ragtag entourage is conspicuously absent. No matter. Melvian! No man is born into this world without sin. We all have darkness in our hearts, yet some tuck it away better than others. Men are born into this world whole, but their spirits live on even as their bodies crumble into dust. They float through time and space, some days, some weeks, some centuries, until they eventually given life again. Spirits never know release from their torment, all owing to the gloom that resides within each of us. And what do they carry with them as they revive anew? Nothing. They are ethereal strings stretching from existence to pointless existence. Yet, if we try to tie the ends together, to close the circle, we discover only that they extend farther than our hands can reach. What is the purpose of life if its inevitable destination is despair? I pity those lost souls who never attain true awareness, and thus I have no choice but to snuff each lone candle out. And once that task is done, I will rebuild a new, more natural order. You mean to... How is that evil? By bringing death, I create new life. The only way to save a spirit is to annihilate it. Benadil is a fickle place. Despite your endless meandering, you occasionally give life to exceptional individuals. An awakening. Your much-lauded August was one such man. These anomalies across the ages are spiritual leaders, erudite sages, ferocious generals, and more. Perhaps you are the same. Perhaps not. Maybe you are a sign, sent to guide me on the right path. There are things that even someone with endless hosts like myself does not know. Will you be the ones to open the gates to paradise? Gates to paradise? Not this thing again. Listen to me, bleeding like a foal. You have come to stop me, have you not? August did the same. The lot of you not realize how absurd this is. Surely you cannot mean to succeed. If you know not your place, then I shall show you. Look upon me and despair. Spare the struggle of your the futility of your struggle. It will serve you better to put more weight into your blade than your war cries. Stop spitting out filth and fight like a man. Mormor, I tried to stop him from entering. It was too late. There's no way we can fight him like this. You're cool, and take Jet and the princess and get out of here. By your word. But why? With all of us here, surely we can... It's not about defending to the last, Arcelia. There's a reason for... Fatal mistake to let your guard down, fool. Mormar! Don't underestimate this old man, demon spawn. And old you are, indeed. Think you're clever, do you? Maybe you're not half the man I once was, but I've got wisdom now I didn't then. Don't pretend to be all high and mighty with... Coolin', you gonna stand there agape? Or are you gonna get your hide out of here like I asked? Go, I can only protect you for so long. And you too. I need you to trust me on this one. Throwing a bunch of words at you as explanation ain't gonna help. Do while you can. I've got a little something taking care of things for me. Well, someone taking care of things for me. Should be able to hold out until you haul your butts out of here. You're still all you want, stubborn fool. I shall delight all the more once your spirit is finally broken. Ah! I'm on. But we can't. I said on. I know your type, Mormar. You stand tall and true, knowing you have played your role in this charade. The best way to get to you is by slaying your friends. Take a look. Mormar! Mormar, why? Are your ears stuffed with cotton? Run while you can! I ban you to this monster. No, together we stand. Don't run foolishly into death, Darkulin. I've taught you all you need to know. Now get your mangy hide out of here. Ah! Mormar! What? Once, would you not just listen? Bit overconfident throwing away your weapon, Don't you think? Get away! Leave! Now! Stubborn. It's the last. You should have been saving your master. You shouldn't be saving your master. You should be listening to him. Get him out of here! Jenneth! We gotta leave it to him. But we can't! Princess, you heard him. Do not leave now, then we will all die. Take it to me. If you say so. As long as I'm holding him, keeping him occupied, you should be able to bust through the door. May the wind be ever at your back, Darkulin. Mormar, please forgive us. How long do you plan on clinging to your pitiful existence? Did someone show you how to resist me for so long? Tell me, Mormar. What have you learned? That's a good question. But what would I gain from telling you? It matters little. You've been a thorn in my side for too long. I thought it was mere resilience, but I underestimated your resolve. What other unworldly forces have has the betrayer given you? Survive you might, but your soul will never again know solace. I'll release you from such painful shackles, Mormar. Have you any last words to wish the ages to record? I've got no words for you other than these. The next generation will come for you, no matter how much flesh you flay from this old corpse. I'm glad I can sacrifice myself, just like August did. Kenneth, you look quite pale. With the Lady Arcelia in tow, nothing pleases me more than to see you both have successfully escaped. I have been waiting for you. Theodore? One of you is missing. What is that supposed to... No! No need to be so defensive. The two of us have a history of camaraderie together. Do we not, Jedith? I am not now, nor have I ever been, your enemy. This may seem strange, Princess, but I can guarantee he is on our side. Come, we have much to speak of, and this is not a safe place to do so. Let us head to the summit of Mount Khamir, where your most holy of dragons waits. I shall meet you there. I don't understand. What could dear Theodore want? I cannot fault your trepidation, but we must make haste. This land is not safe for us anymore. Was it ever? Do a little bit of walking here, but yep. Okay. Next cutscene. Forgive me for saying this, Jedith, but your tendency to be one step behind seems to be literal as well as figurative. Where to begin? Why start with the more ethereal topics when we can focus on someone close to our hearts? Moramar. When we take things out of order, then their heads will spin so fast they'll tumble right off the cliff. I suppose that means I must lead you towards the most uncomfortable truth. You cannot defeat Hades as things stand. I need you to carefully listen to the reason. In this quest to keep himself from dissipating into nothingness, Hades engraved a piece of himself onto the souls of each member of the Zol Triumvirate. How would he go about doing that? It is not a particular technique, as you might surmise. Oh, not particular, peculiar a technique. Why, is the same technique that is used by the key to the Founder King's grave, passed on from each generation of the Order of Aldolin to the next. A key, princess, whose passing you once witnessed. That key, engraved with the soul of Yignis himself, was also once handed over to Jedith temporarily. You mean... the one and same. Hades used a similar ritual to create blood sigils on the spirits of his 3 most trusted underlings. Blood sigils? No sinister, no? But as long as they exist, you cannot vanquish Hades. I don't understand. The sigils are inextricably intertwined, not just with the Triumvirate, but with Hades' soul himself. These sigils not only provide entry to the Turris, but they are an armor stronger than the thickest mithril. The Zol Triumvirate are inscribed with these profane marks. Any harm inflicted upon Hades mars instead the flesh of those 3 abominations. Then our attacks against him did not work, as you have doubtlessly noticed. His flesh is impervious, his organs unblemished. But those sigils serve another purpose. They are symbols of the Triumvirate's total fealty. How could they be anything less? Hades has engraved himself upon their very souls. Theodore, why do you know all this? Please tell me. That which I thought I had unraveled from some time twisting back has come twisting back to me. Come back to you? No, you can't mean... I do. It prevents me from heading towards Hades' domain. As I said, they are symbols of absolute fealty. As it was then, his blood sigil takes hold of me once more. No! Surely you understand now, princess. Though he once served under the monster, he is now one of the 7, the undying Narquois. In the flesh. Theodore? A Narquois? Yes. Sajika and Mormar have long protected Ubuka from what which sought to engulf it. So too have I. In the age of the Founder King, I had originally pledged my life to Hades, but came to embrace August and all he stood for. Now, I stand before you. When Mormar bid you flee from the Turris, he was not acting irrationally, far from it. I am the reason for his actions. But how? But how? Why? Because the blood sigil prevented me from laying siege myself. Oh. When I caught wind that he was making haste for the Turris, I cut him off and revealed the truth. Forgive my squawking like a colibri repeating the same phrase thrice over, but Hades cannot be vanquished as long as the sigils are manifest. How can you call something a battle when the enemy's victory is already assured? I was not honest. Had you fought alongside him in that struggle, all of you would have been consumed. When confronted face to face, engaged with death itself, escape would have been utterly impossible. Someone had to stay there and confront him alone, that the rest would survive. In a word, I sentenced him to death. I confided that the only way for you to survive was for him to sacrifice himself. And do you know how he replied? I've got no problem giving up my life if it means protecting those dear to me. How fitting. Mormar, why? Why'd you have to suffer alone? Oh no. You surely understand the implications having toppled both Ashrak and Dokva. them, the marks are a blessing. To me, a curse. Hades will not go quietly into the night as long as any of the marks survive. There is only one way. You must wrest my mark from me. Aki! Welcome back! In the same way as the hallowed August did so many centuries ago. Yet here is not a place for bloodshed. We must go somewhere more appropriate. Here. I'll await you in Rala Waterways, in the Water Garden Colosseum. And Princess, I forbid you from taking part. The mark to be extinguished, I must challenge death with the utmost rancor. I understand. But I have one request. Though I cannot take part, I would like to be present as one of August's heirs. I fear your bravery outstrips your wisdom here, Arcelia. You might not like what you see. I won't shy away from my people's future. Spoken like a true leader. The next I see you, it will be on the field of battle. So I get to fight Theodore. Though, I wonder if he'll stay human. Human looking, at least. He's not human. Theodore had always struck me as being more than he'd let on. But never would have I imagined he lived during the time of the Founder King. I thought I was a libertine myself. Isn't that a little mean? Given that pioneers always spread rumors about him drowning in drink and gambling in the Mummers Coalition, I can't fault you for thinking that. If you ask me, his blending in with the citizens of Adoulin was too much of a risk. Right as I would forget about him, he would come bounding up the mountain with fanciful tales of the sights he saw and the people he met. A youngling again he seemed to be, but the centuries of his life touched him not. Lest you be fooled, Jeth, he is unlike any of the other Knockwells you have faced, which are 0. I haven't fought any of them. Never let your guard down for an instant. And you cannot even best the man in black. Rest assured that Hades will grind your bones into dust and come for your eastern homeland. So fight with both vim and vigor. Expect no less of you, nor do I. You have proven your mettle before, as a warrior such as he, who brought the Founder King to a standstill, will show you no quarter. You know the curse the Dreadlord has placed upon you. Go. Death awaits for no man. All right. So now we know about our next fight. So, we're going to go ahead and take the home point there rather than warping ourselves back down to the inner court. Oh, not that way. Okay. Let me out! Let me out! Jeez, guys. We take a left. Straight. We take a right. And here we are. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So I'm just about to do the fight with Theodore. Just about to do it. Okay. Theodore. Not the Odor. The man in black. I have to wait a game day if I fail, so. Tell me, stars in the sky, what do you think they are? They dot the black sky, providing thousands of little lights to shine down on a cold winter's eve. But they are in reality each separate worlds, not unlike our own. At least, that's what some sages so outlandishly claim. When you gaze up into the night, have you ever thought about how blessed you are that they exist? The winds may shift, the land may quake, the gods are born and die. The stars remain forever unchanging. During the day, when black waxes blue, have you ever pondered the glory of the daytime? How we sit, underground, surrounded from top to bottom, left to right, by stone walls that blocks the sky from view. Yet the blue sky and starry night wait patiently for us to take but one step above ground. You find that to be an unwavering truth, do you not? Would that life were that simple. No, what you take to be a given is not the case for others. Permit me to reminisce about the past before we duel. About the time I first met the entity you know as Hades. He was not always known by that name. And I was but a loyal follower. My memory beyond that time is hazy, but I do recall that much. He was a man of ambition, a man with a lust for power and influence. History talks of kings and emperors, of soldiers and generals, but their desires to leave their mark for future generations pale in comparison to his. He commanded huge swaths of the populace, his presence divine, and I too chose to follow in his path. I respected, adored, and even envied him. In his search for a way to attain the unattainable, he found the truth. Truth of how to overcome his mortal shell and become something greater. become more than human? He stepped beyond all boundaries known to man and discovered a realm beyond our own. A different realm? Yes, he named it Tartarus. That is also the approximate time he began referring to himself as Hades. Not content to merely discover a new land, he began to gather servants that would bend totally to his will. He was single-minded in his purpose and desired underlings to serve him unfalteringly. He called forth beings that had no right to be in this world, the Chimerian adherents. The other two members of the Zol Triumvirate were likewise summoned from those most unholy of domains. It is likely that Balamor was as well. How do I know all this? Because I ranked above all of his other followers. Although, as I turned my eye to the past, I realized that minion might be a more appropriate term. By his will, I entered Tartarus. It was there that I discovered them. By my hand, that they were brought forth to Vanadil. Theodore, you did what? Would that it were possible to deny it, but I will not shirk from speaking the truth. It was then that Hades began to change. How did he change? I know not what powers he obtained when he surpassed the confines of flesh, nor what realities he saw. The only clue I had was these cryptic words. All are lost, their spirits wandering endlessly through the darkness. I will help them transcend their suffering. I will give them death, and all will become one. It was my job, he remarked almost flippantly, to help him see his goals through. I felt tugged in all directions, but he invested in me a fraction of the energies he gathered from Tartarus. So, I became the first of the Zol Triumvirate. Hades and I were not brought into this world as undying beings. We were human, just like the two of you. You discovered them? I was his follower, and he used me to further his own ends. I journeyed through the void of Tartarus, alone. Every demon I subjugated, I made swear a vow to serve Hades. Ashrak, Okmak, the Cimmerian adherents, all of them were blasphemous entities from that sealed land. Not all capitulated easily. There were the 6 Narquals, Sajik. They did not fully succumb to my tortures. Their oaths did not ring true to my lord, and he confined them deep within the shadowy realm. Ah. So they were left to fester. When was this? We were discussing the stars at the start of our conversation, Jeth, and that leads me into this next tale. Tartarus was a land without stars or blue sky. Though I cannot say it was a confined location, it was utterly sealed within itself. It was not unwholly unlike these waterways. You could stretch your arms above and below you, but you are in the end blocked in. Our future was much the same. I could not tell you how many days and nights I spent wandering that black land. How pointless it is to count time in a world that knows neither dawn nor dusk. How much more laughable does it become to one who does not age? It was the endless parade of bloodshed, no respite in sight. I lost control of what made me human and succumbed to the darkness. It may have been the very reason he chose to send me to Tartarus. Despite his centuries of dormancy, his goal has remained firm and absolute. This brand, this blood sigil, it binds my soul to his, so his intentions are as clear as crystal to me. One's death should not be for another to decide. I must find such a truth to be self-evident. At the time, it did not occur to me. I was like a zombie, mindlessly following Hades' orders, until I met August. If I had not seen the most noble visage, I might still be under the Dreadlord's thrall this very day. I would be without a will to call my own, content with blindly culling those who dared defy him. The only path left for me was one of darkness, shambling from battle to battle sans thought or pause. When the future had been locked into place by another, August came and released me from my prison. His face was a radiant beacon in the darkness, outshining even the scales of Sajika himself. Of course, were I to tell our dragon friend, he would likely chew off my head as a snack. But the past is in the past, and we must now look towards Ubuka's future. The only way to release the blood sigil is to sever my spirit from my body. August was aware of this as well. That's why he showed no mercy in our combat. Jedith, you and your comrades must vanquish me. There is no other option. You must, as he did. Never would I have thought the same story would play out twice. But despite what August showed me, our destinies are not fully in our hands. Give me my divergent ramblings. You have a task for which you must attend. You stand no chance against Hades if you cannot fell even one such as me. Princess, I bid you to wait outside the ring. Never once avert your eyes, for it is your responsibility to witness this clash, and whatever end awaits. Of course. We're about to have ads in a second here, so I will make sure that I don't do the fight until you guys are back, because I want you to see this. And to be active in the chat. So. I will not hold back. Come, defenders of Ubuka. Okay. So, while we're waiting for ads to run through, I'm actually going to go use the bathroom. So, I will be back in a couple minutes, as will you guys. All right, I am back. I'm going to go take a quick look at trusts and see if I can find one that does dispel. Apparently that's a big one. Offstring does it. Sealy does it. Koromoru does. Might be a little better selection. If he's another healer. Okay. Okay, I believe you guys are back. Fantastic. We're gonna have to do a little change in terms of our trust. We're gonna have to take Koromoru in so we can do Dispel. This is the Water Garden Coliseum, where the Mummers Coalition holds periodic raptor fights. No raptor fights are currently scheduled. You'll have to come back at a later date to satisfy your bloodlust. Watery Grave. Okay. For 30 minutes. Okay. Hopefully we can do this. Ah, let go of me, guys. Let go. I'm gonna walk through my trusts. All right, Theodore. See how this goes. Shall we get things started? Open coffin. Whew. That looked nasty. Okay, so he hits those guys for 50 something, but not to be a concern. Ravenous Assault. I don't know what that entails. Oh, Dread Spikes. I have that dispelled first. Ravenous Assault, I think he has Drain on now. Mora, I could really use that Dispel right now. Nope, it's not gone yet. Gone? I can't tell. Oh, it's gone. Good. Back to the fight. Yeah. Well, this is also the end of our when I normally stream, so he's bound me, but I'm really close. I think we're okay. Frenzy thrust. Okay, I only have to worry about when he actually summons dread spikes, because that will kill me. Yes, I can feel the blood course through me. Can you resist this? Thrust. Absorb attribute. Ooh. Open coffin. There we go. Done. Took our time. Got through it. All right. All right. Be at rest, old friend. Whoa! What in the world? Huh. Splendidly done, Jeneth. Theodore? Did you think my assertions of immortality to be hyperbolic? Lest you think I do not feel pain, I do. While I cannot cross over, I've been at the brink several times. It is not an experience I ever desire to repeat. The closer I get, the worse it is. But my soul is free from his icy grip once more. With this, you should be able to slay him, once and for all. Of course, saying such encouraging words only makes light of the situation, for his power is orders of magnitude greater than my own. Consider yourself duly warned. And with that, I bid you leave me to my thoughts. This conflict has worn me out. True, I may be unable to age. But I was old enough when I became that way. Leave a gentleman to his aches and pains. But make a salve for me before you go. Oh, Theodore. Princess. Or rather, Arcelia. You did your family proud, remaining steadfast in the face of such a violent struggle. Thank you. So this is what it feels like to be my own man, after all these years. And there, friend, Palamon. That was quite the parting gift. If he was able to manipulate the blood sigils, then he may be more than just an ordinary member of the Triumvirate. Let's not undermate one such as he. We can only hope. Well, it's nice that we didn't kill him. Anyway. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stop right there. So, because it is 9:40, that's 11 minutes past our due. I understand that we're really close to the end of the game. So, yeah, I think we have 4 missions to go because there's a bunch of things that I get in like 5 missions tonight. So, we will go ahead and we'll end it here for the time being. We'll go ahead and equip my warp ring so I don't have to fight through everything and getting out of here. Okay, so I have some things I need to do. But yeah, we're going to finish up tonight. We will get back to this on Wednesday. So this is the most people I think I've had in my stream for months at this point. I'm so happy about that. And yes, that means 1, 2, 3 viewers. But that's okay. It honestly is okay. Anyway, so I'm going to do a couple things first. We need to run ourselves over to the Mog House for a second here. And I need to get rid of some stuff in my inventory. I've got a bunch of junk that just needs to get out of here. So, tomorrow we're going to be getting back into Vermintide 2. We'll finish up Act 1 and work our way through Act 2. Depends on how quickly we'll get through it, but considering the last time we played, it took me through 3 acts, but that was also including prologue. So my guess is we can do 4 missions in total, I think. I've been trying to do as little of that game, of playing that game as possible, because I wanted to show kind of the progression through stream as opposed to anything else. A second here, change over to our merit points, categories, and spend. So there we go. We're now to 30 maximum merit points. Slowly working our way there. How many job points have I got? Well, I probably only have the 1, don't I? I have 3. Can't really send that on anything, but yeah, we'll hold off on that for a little bit. Anyway, so that's what we'll be working on tomorrow. So if you have the ability to come and lurk and stuff like that, I will have the Twitch mode available, so you will be able to screw with me while I play, or you can be benevolent, whichever you wish. If you are watching, I will explain how to do it. It's very simple. It's basically, the option will come up, A or B option, usually. The numbers are sometimes different, the letters are sometimes different, or it's a 4-point option. And you just pick whichever one, and whichever one gets voted the most will actually happen. If no one votes, it will pick something random. So I get screwed one way or another. But I think it'll be more fun for people to actually make a choice for it. So, yeah, that's how we'll go about through there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Efren, welcome to the Lancers. I appreciate you being here. I hope everything goes well. Sounds like Serial, so you're having a bit of a different time zone than I am, but once again, welcome. I hope that you will come and visit the streams again. I don't normally have a whole lot of followers who come and watch my streams through. Akaki, welcome to have you back again. And Shara, thank you so much for showing up. I do appreciate it. We will get to fighting Hades on Wednesday. So, tomorrow, Vermintide 2. Wednesday, beating Hades and finishing up Seekers of Adolin. So, oh, same zone? Oh, yeah, never mind. Oh, just getting some cereal for some nighttime. It was good anytime. Fair enough, fair enough. I very much think of it as just a breakfast cereal, so. Anyway, we appreciate you being here. I'm so glad you guys are here. It really does help me out. And I hope to see you guys in streams other than Final Fantasy. I know that's kind of odd. People will come and watch whatever games, but I hope you guys will just kind of enjoy being here with me whenever. So, because it always makes stuff far more interesting, honestly, to have people to talk with. It's always nice. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I have plans for this year, and I'm hoping to make some come to fruition at last. Get off my lazy butt and make it work. So, I will go ahead and say goodnight to you all, and I hope that you all will have a good night, a good week, and I hope to see you again soon. Until then, I will see you later. Bye-bye, and be safe.